Hey Phone Dog viewers, Beau HD here, and what I have before me is one of two smartwatches currently on the market, that being the Samsung Gear Live smartwatch running Google's all-new Android Gear OS. And so since this is such a new device, I want to go ahead and unbox and set it up for you guys to show you what you can expect to see when and if you pick one up for yourself. So if we go ahead and rip off that protective seal, which I failed miserably at, we'll be greeted with the Samsung Gear Live sitting right on top, cradled between some cardboard. But the first thing I notice is that 320 by 320 Super AMOLED display, and the fact that it was actually already turned on in the box, which I thought was kind of strange. Now if I take that out of the box and put it to the side for a moment, underneath that we'll find all the goodies, starting with the Samsung charging cradle. As you can see on the back, it has some metal pins you line up with the watch to charge the device, but there's been reports mentioning it breaks easy, and so you're definitely going to want to be careful with this little guy, because I can definitely confirm the fact that it feels cheap and easy to break. But I guess we'll see how long it lasts in time. Now the next item in the box is the basic setup guide and instruction packets included with just about every electronic device. This one is nothing fancy and looks pretty basic. You probably won't need it, but it's there in case you get stuck setting this watch up. And then the last item in the box is just the micro USB charging cable to wall wart. Pretty standard and not too exciting. I will note that it does feel fairly cheap, so you might want to be careful with this as well. It really feels like Samsung made the accessories as cheap as possible to make the overall price of the Gear Live to be only $200. And so if you take a look back at the Gear Live and unwrap all that lovely plastic, we'll see hands down the sleekest smartwatch on the market. Granted, there's only one other smartwatch on the market, but it has a nice curved metallic design. It's definitely not as minimalistic as the LG G Watch in that there is definitely some more style, so that's something to keep in mind if you want something to look good and show off versus just sit on your wrist and give you info from time to time. But it has a rubber wristband that is replaceable, and this watch does have a heart rate monitor, which is pretty neat, especially if you're planning to use the watch for fitness. But overall, just by first appearance, the watch itself doesn't seem cheap like the accessories. It actually looks pretty nice and feels pretty nice in the hands. Now, in order to get this device up and running, you need to install Android Wear on your phone by going to the Google Play Store. Once you have that up and running, you simply follow the prompts by swiping through the Android Wear app a few times and selecting Pair on your Gear Live watch. And that is basically it. Most of the setup Google does for you, in that all you really have to do is wait. But one thing you're going to definitely want to make sure you enable is Android Wear notification access in the settings department on your phone. You don't really have to worry about finding it, as Google will automatically take you there. And so once everything is installed and up and running, you'll be able to use Android Wear on the Gear Live by simply swiping around. Basically, you swipe up and down to navigate your different notifications, and if you want to make an action, you swipe to the left, and that's really it. It is that simple. So what do you guys think of the Gear Live smartwatch? Let me know by leaving me a comment right down below. And so with that said, that's going to about do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see all you phone dogs in the next one. See ya.